All right, we're going to be building a whole refrigerator. So first up, I've already taken my personal information off of here in multiple different places. I'll show you guys a trick with heat. So if you didn't know, usually you can heat these things up and they will disappear any information. So if you got a torch, you can just do this to black it all out. So, all right, let's get her open. So I guess we'll use our O knife here. We got our, who we got in the chat? All right, let's get it open. We got our O knife Duron here. Would like to there we go. Come on. It's just a damn box. It's a box in a box. Huh. Suckers. Okay. There we go. What's going on, Buzzville? What's up, buddy? Yeah, it's my refrigerator. See if we can. There we go. Okay, let's open this box now, I suppose. So I gotta tell you, man, when I felt that box and I shook this around, I could feel not very many things moving, so I thought, well, there must not be very much in this box. But now that it's a box in a box, this might be quite a few pieces. So we got the hardware. Oh my goodness. It's not too many things. Look, it's got a little ice maker. And it uses wood blocks for the ice cubes. It's pretty cool. That's not too many pieces. This one uses a magical Freon. We don't even need a vacuum pump for this one. Is that empty? It's got good packaging. That is undoubtedly the back. Of course, it's an Allen wrench. We have Allens for that. We have 2 refrigerator handles. We have 1 questionable colored piece of wood, maybe a shelf. We have cams pre-installed for our screws. That's kind of cool. We have a scuffed piece from the factory. No labels on anything. This looks like it's a door. Got a hinge right there. We have our ice cubes. First thing we need is our glue. Let's get our glue. Perfect. We have our screwdriver. And we have our persuader. Alright, we are ready. Step 1. They're calling this piece A. So we got the curve on the bottom and the slot is on the right hand side. And we're going to place it like this and put the curve into the top. And the M's are the threaded screws there. Okay. Let's see here. Maybe this one. Nope, a little bit bigger. Let's try this one. This might be metric. We get our metric set. Probably this one right here. Makita already made a real toy refrigerator. What's up, Owen? What's up, Tom? What's up, Sparky? We got Sam. We got Budsville. What's going on, guys? Okay, so we got that. It is a cabinet, so we better use our installation driver like a professional. Okay. So this is not A, this is B. This is B because we have the slot going this way and like this. A, slot. We need the J piece with a hooky doodle. I don't like how it didn't show me what the J, okay, J piece is here. So it's the curve. Where is the curve? This must be it. Yep. It's already 18 degrees Celsius, which is great. It's good for making ice. Yeah, so that's going to go. Put it the same orientation, shall we? Right there. Okay. This is this piece here. It's going to go like that. I don't like how that didn't really line up, but I guess we'll figure it out later. Sure. This piece is not flush. It shows to be flush there. That is not flush. So, okay, whatever. It's not flush. It shows it to be flush, man. I don't know what to tell you. But here we go. Okay. Then we're going to take two M's, which is the longer ones. So we're going to take a E. And E looks like this with a groove. Not that one. Possibly this one. E for those.
We have a little one going to sleep. Can you give her a look?
Yeah. This is definitely the E.
Does it look like a nice one?
It looks like A1. Good night. Love you.
Good night, I love you.
Good
It's
night.
not as
Thanks.
nice as the kitchen.
It is. Yeah.
Mommy,
Okay, baby.
I like that.
So maybe
That's what Daddy's working on for you. It's so sweet of him.
it was me. I'd line the screw up this way. Yeah, it does. Okay. Well, let's try that. Let's put the M in. Okay. Need some glue. And that's for the peg. And I don't like how they told us to put this on its back. Like, usually they have you orientated so you can work on it while you're freaking working on it, right? Like, usually the instructions would show it like this. But, I guess that was too difficult for him. This is coming from somebody who's literally just built, like, a bunch of different things recently like this. Okay, I need another M screw. Only a few ugga-duggas. Where'd the piece go? I don't like how that's not flush. I think that's going to come back and bite me. Oh yeah, this is... oh my god. Okay. Shoot. Let's not tighten that up so much. That was my foot. Okay, perfect. There we go. Put that in there first. What's crazy is I've actually bought a fridge, like a real one, for $50. And this is a toy one for $50. It doesn't even have a damn compressor. That's crazy. Alright, so we got that piece. next. So I have to lay it back down on its back because it's hard to see what the hell they want. So lay it on its back again. See what they're asking. This piece goes up like that. That is right. Thought we had a shorter piece. Okay, it's none of those. It's that piece there. I don't think the pieces in front of me. Let me see here. Could possibly be in this cluster. It is. Cool. It's kind of cool. Let's put that somewhere safe. This piece is the front, so it should go like that. Nope, it's going to go like that. Yes, it goes this way. Okay. So, put some glue on it. I love this glue bot. So good. Now we'll orientate that first. We'll put the screw in and then we'll just overhang it maybe. We'll leave it a little bit loose until we figure out exactly where it's going to go. Now we need the ice maker. Okay. See if we can line it up as good as we can. Doesn't really line up that great. I'm going to be honest. It's got a little bit of overhang. That is actually a really good fastening method. I give credit where it's due on that. Okay, ice maker goes on its side, which is, and they snuck that piece in there all of a sudden. So 3. Oh, they flipped it around. Look at that. They flipped it around without me. So they'll flip it around. Yeah, see they flipped it around there. Thought they were sneaky. Okay, ice maker goes this way. So tab faces down, so like that, but it's I'm having a very hard time with this, aren't I? Like that? Yes, like that. And it goes this way. Okay. Okay. Is that it? Now we've got a panel that goes there, the G panel. So the G panel is this guy here. And it goes right here. that. But now we're going to get access to the back of those screws. So let me check, because that's how I think it goes. Yes. Okay, so we're just going to put... We'll go ahead and put the glue in now. Okay, and we can sandwich this here and flip it with compression. I'll grab some screws. Where'd the drill go? Okay. Maybe right there. Sounds good. Very nice. And that go there. Okay. Put it back down. That's the door. Playing alternator and all day are watching this install. Worst part is, but it's only 6 pieces. What's going on, man? Okay. Next piece here. Another door. Why didn't they tell us that sooner? Another door. It's fine. We can do that. Okay. It's backwards. Okay. Door. The F panel. What is the F panel doing? The F panel snuck in here, right there. Yeah, that must be the F panel there. So we're going to flip this around to yes. Okay. Flip it around. Okay. This is not the F panel. This is the F panel. Get some glue in it. Okay. Okay. That panel will never move again in its life. Perfect. We got, hey, you liar. Okay. What the side piece goes on. Okay, so glue goes here, 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 and here only. So we're going to glue here, here, here. And here. And we need the back on too. Or do we slide the back on last? Stop holding the instructions upside down. Back goes on last. Perfect. Okay. That's our dowel hole right there. Into the dowel hole up here. Here it is. Here it is, and yeah. Okay, so one thing we want to do here, I put more glue right here. And here. Okay. Line these dowels back up. Okay. All right. That works there. Something goes here. What is missing here? What are we missing here? We skip a step. Why would they show that step and then show that step when clearly this step comes out? Okay, whatever. Okay, so that slides in afterwards, whatever. We're going to do it per the instructions. Per the instructions. Wrong with that stick. Oh, it takes a little bit of compression there. It's not quite. Damn. There we go. Let's screw that in first. That one's extra stupid. Okay. Let's see here. I guess this refrigerator doesn't have a very pretty side. We should have bought the one at Walmart. The one at Walmart was way cooler. Okay, now the side goes on. This piece here. And I don't know which way this goes. These go in the back. This seems stupid. Why wouldn't they put this on first? Okay. Yeah, that's dumb. It was dumb. But whatever. No glue for this one, I guess. Physically can't. Yeah, these holes are facing down, so that's okay. The door opened on me. There we go. Let's get the back on now. It's a good way to mess up your icebox. Waiting for something exciting to happen. Huh. All right. I already told you guys I'm starting to get better, so I don't have ADHD near as bad as I used to. It's the same. If there's anything that's going to happen, it's going to be now. Damn, it lined up perfectly. No freaking way. That's crazy. You know what? Everything lines up pretty good. It's all right. I give it a 9.8. That's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. They should have let me put the bottom of the. They should have had me put the bottom on with the glue. If I could have put the bottom on with the glue, it would have been better. But no, it's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Well, that is a problem. My box dumped out. I gotta put the handle on. And where is a? Do I want to use a screwdriver? No, I guess we do. Maybe we do. Even left-handed, man, you get enough leverage on this screwdriver. It's pretty legit. It's a good little screwdriver. Yeah, you get so much leverage on that, man. And that's just this finger rolling right there. It's very good. Especially if you oil the screwdriver up. Haha. Yeah. A little bit of glue squeeze out here and there. Nothing too crazy. So if you guys don't know, we recently had to throw away more of my daughter's toys because of the mold exposure from the previous house. And we went to Walmart that day. So here's fun, right? My whatever. Now I'm wondering if you guys can even hear me, because this thing's not even on. That's cool. I don't know when this turned off. Or maybe it wasn't on. Maybe it was just doing whatever it wanted to do. That is very irritating. Yeah, that audio's got to be better now. That's actually irritating. That you guys probably couldn't hear me the whole time. That's awesome. Thanks, YouTube. Okay. Audio is fine. All right. All right. Cool. Okay, so we got ice cubes now. Let's see here. Appreciate it, Tool Technical. What is that? Oh. It's actually a nice touch in case they get in there sideways or something. Also, you can see them. Ha! Look at that. Okay. We need to test it out. I got my cup. I need a smaller cup. This is actually legit, just like my ice maker, the way that it throws ice in the back of the thing and not into the cup. It works just like a real one. Damn cubes don't come out where you expect them. It's based on the real thing. Nice. Let's see if we can get a... Come on, man. I just want some ice cubes. I'm seriously going to give up. Haha, yes. I got my ice cube. That's perfect. I finally got myself something. This is all you, Sayer, man. You've been donating stuff for the girls and helping out the channel, dude. That's all you. Appreciate all the support, guys. It's crazy having to throw away your stuff, man. Then continuing to have to throw it away. We just bought her another little play set here. Nice. Nice. Ha, it fits. That's awesome. That's cool. That's cool. You guys hungry, man? You want me to make you a hamburger? We got buns. We got Tools with Soul's favorite treat. The tube steak. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right. 41 minutes. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. How long does the instructions say it takes? It probably doesn't. We use glue and everything, dude. We could probably use that as real furniture. That thing's never going anywhere. Thanks for being a good sport. I appreciate that, Russ, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. You guys are awesome. Let me show you. Let me show you. I'll give you a little bit of behind the scenes. We'll try out the Olight that I can't drop the video for it yet. If not, I would have already made a video for this. So, imagine this backyard, okay? This backyard. This backyard with, see, look, it's got spotlight and it's got flood. That's why this thing is awesome. Spotlight and then turbo. Yeah, this light is on the next level, guys. If you're looking to get another light, just wait a little bit. Okay, so we got trash bags there. We got a bike. We got see all those trash bags? That's all closed. That's all closed, guys. And then we got trash bags there. That's where my new solar's fixing to go. But yeah, so imagine this yard with about 150 trash bags in the back. And we're moving from our house because I'm literally going crazy, right? So my whole cognitive is gone. I had to get ADHD medicine just to even function like a normal person. And I'm acting all crazy because I didn't want to bring anything to the house. So the only thing that we brought to the house that was allowed to be in the house was stuff from the garage. And the kicker is that the stuff from the garage was actually contaminated too. So even though I was acting like a crazy person saying we couldn't take anything, we still took stuff from the garage, which was contaminated with mold. And then I started getting sicker and sicker and sicker from having all this stuff in here. So I had all the old stuff all around me in this room. And then I contaminated this room and had to pull out the carpet. But imagine having 150 trash bags in that backyard. And all of it's dead to me, pretty much, right? I don't even want any of it. And my poor wife is planning on bringing it into the house. And I'm just like, we can't, you know? And it's been crazy, guys. It's been crazy. It's not still contaminated. It's complicated. It's very complicated. My wife's parents got a lot of our old belongings because we just threw stuff away like it was just dead to me. So we gave it away. But her parents acquired like our old, like we had like really nice stuff. We left like whole brand new couch sets. I left about 10 TVs behind. I left a rigid table saw with granite tabletop. Like the tabletop was actually made of granite. I left all kinds of stuff behind in that house. And her parents got a lot of it. And I don't know if we contaminated their house with my old stuff. What's up, Frank? Or because they had a roof, they had sheetrock collapse in their bathroom because their AC was leaking and they had mold in their house. So I don't know if they've got mold in their house or what they got. But all I know is that I can't even be close to her parents anymore. Like I can't even breathe around them. They have to change their clothes when they come to the house. We put together a fridge, Rodney. Baby's going to be hairy as hell because he keeps getting heartburn. I don't know if that's a thing. We built a little toy fridge, Rodney. But yeah, so the update is Saturday. I had a little bit of an episode because my daughter was pretending to cook and bringing food and all this stuff, and I was pretending to eat it. And the cooking stuff that she had was all contaminated. So it was making me really sick, like really quickly. And it was actually Sunday. We were trying to watch church. I was watching a sermon and we couldn't even finish it. I couldn't even finish the sermon because I was just like dying there, laying on the couch. When Caleb would walk up to me and bring me like a fake food or whatever, Play-Doh, whatever it was I was supposed to eat. I'm trying to play with her, but all the stuff that she's like handing me is like, you know, killing me. And it's just crazy, dude. So we didn't even finish the sermon. I was like, right now, we're throwing all your stuff away and we're going to Walmart. And just like that, we're spending another $100 on, you know, toys for the kids, dude. It's wild. There's no way to budget for this. There's no way to budget for this. So the yeah, it's a freaking nightmare, dude. It's crazy. So this is what we got. We got all this new stuff for her because we're literally throwing away all of her old stuff. And like if you go here, like this kitchen set here, I can't breathe around. Like the air in here is even different. So that's gonna go in the trash, I guess, or somewhere. Somewhere, I don't know. We already threw away all the little plastic toys and all the little fake food and all that stuff we had to go buy. Had to go buy all new stuff, man. Every time I turn around, we got to buy something new. Toxins about to know, man. Yeah. You're not kidding. You're not kidding. You cannot fake throw it up, little. Hello. Man, yeah. Still not getting notifications. Sorry to hear that. If you build it, she will play. Yeah, she's already been playing. She was playing today. It's kind of cool. I made a little tabletop to add another shelf space for her too. Went and cut a 1x12. And I painted it white. That way I could add it. So. Yes, sir. Anyway, I got a little EDC video coming out for you guys, but I'm in the middle of editing it right now. But I'm working on that. I still can't drop this video yet. They said I can't, even though they said I could. Then they said, wait, no, don't. So this flashlight is out. You can look for it. It's a nice light. For whatever reason, they said don't drop my video yet. But people already have videos of this out. So this thing's freaking amazing. as you guys can see outside. Yeah. Yep. It's 1,600 or 1,500 lumens. If others posted theirs, you'll post yours too. We weren't the first people to get this, I don't think, because there's videos of this on YouTube already. I've seen them, and Olight posted it on their own website. But what's cool about this, man, is that it's got everything on it, like everything you could possibly want. It's even got the laser, and then you get USB-C, and you get USB-C for quick charge, and you get the magnet, and you get the UV, and you get the floodlight, and you get the spotlight, and then you get the laser on it, and then and all this stuff has lifetime warranty. That's what's crazy about Olight. That's why I was happy whenever they sent me this knife, because this knife is also going to have a lifetime warranty. So I can think of pretty much anytime I've ever had a knife that I really like, I've seen something that I shouldn't be doing with it, and I was like, oh, I'm going to loosen this screw. And every time, it never fails, I always break the tips off my knives. Because you get in a crawl space, and all you got on you is a knife, and you got to open up that damn Foursquare. And you're sitting there, and you're staring at your knife, and you're staring at the Foursquare. And you know that you're going to break the blade. Like, it's guaranteed to happen. But it's either 20 minutes out of the crawl space and, come back, or just pull out your knife. And every time, it never fails, man. I break the blade every time. I was in a crawl space with my foreman, and we're staring at a Foursquare. And John said, man, take my old knife and see if you can open that. I said, John, it's going to break the blade. And he was like, yeah, but you'll be careful, man. Be careful, though. I like this knife, Robert. I said, John, it's going to break the blade. And he's like, no, just go real slow. And if you feel like it's bending, then you can stop. He's like, but be careful with my knife. Dude, I broke that bitch off. It was an old timer too. It was a nice knife. And every time, dude, anytime I've ever been in a situation where I know I shouldn't be using my knife, I'm going to break it. Just like every time that I've ever tried to cut a tie wrap or a zip tie, and you use a razor knife, guaranteed you're going to cut yourself. If you're ever using a razor knife to cut zip ties, I promise you're going to cut yourself. There's an exception to that rule when you're at your house and you're undoing packaging. But if you're like actually at work and there's cables that's tied up and you're trying to cut the tie wraps off with a knife, it's like a rule. You're going to cut yourself. I've never not cut myself. I've stared at my razor knife and I've stared at the cable tie, and I'm looking at my knife and I'm like, all right, knife, I know you want to cut me, but please don't. And instead of going and getting the right tool for the job, I proceed to cut the damn table, the tie wrap with my knife. And every time, dude, stab myself, cut myself, whatever it is. It's just like that with Foursquares. You're staring at your knife and you're looking at the box and you're like, I know I should not loosen this screw with this knife, but what else am I going to do? So the lifetime warranty on these is great. I showed this to my buddy the morning that I got it. So I got it in the afternoon and then I went to work. And my buddy was looking at it. He was like, man, one time I had a knife that was so sharp that all I did was close it on myself. And it just barely touched me. And then I was bleeding like crazy. And about that time, he closes the knife on himself. It barely touches it and he starts bleeding like crazy. And I was like that? And he was like, yeah, this is Nitro V. It's Nitro V, and they sharpen like crazy. The Nitro V gets very sharp. I've had better. There's better out there, but it's a very good, consistent metal for blades. I know you shouldn't cut cardboard, but this is, I don't know, I've had it for about, what, 2 weeks now? Cutting everything. And it still cuts like pretty darn sharp for what it is. I've been opening boxes and see if we can get a, might not be that sharp. It's not that sharp, but it still cuts the paper. Let's see. It kind of tears it. I mean, that's pretty good for what I've been doing with it. I haven't been nice to this knife. It's a good beater knife. That was a tear. That was a tear. That was a cut. You can see where it's not the sharpest, but man, it holds a nice edge on it. And it comes razor sharp. Yeah, I used the diagram. Yeah, exactly. What would you say is the best metal for knives? Man, I like a high carbon with my steel. I don't like any stainless in it. It's way easier to sharpen, and it holds an edge a lot better. And I like a, what do I like? I'm going blank on what I usually buy. Only sharp knives I own inherited from your oop. What's an oop? Any knife you don't care about is a good knife. That's true. I care less about this one than this other one. This one's got a K. Is it K11? What is this one? This is a nice blade. What is this one? K11. This one's a K11. A little more stainless in here. Not as razor sharp, but will hold an edge better. Harder to sharpen. Holds an edge longer. Less likely to mess it up. But not as sharp, of course. But it'll hold an edge. But I like knives that I can sharpen down to like the razor. This one's also a Nitro V. And I've had this one for longer than this one and used this one more. And this is extremely sharp still. As we have trouble doing it. It's got a weird fold in there. There you go. Yeah, that fold was really messing us up. Yeah, there you go. Thin blade too. That's got a weird fold in there. There you go. Where's that paper? Not the sharpest, but not bad for what I've done to it. I carried this one around for a while, almost a month. Almost a month before I made the video. And that's what it looks like every day. And then this also has LAL, but I put a dent in this actually. I was throwing it around for fun, seeing if I could stick it in the table, which is a bad idea, but I was doing it. So I was like, you know, and I hit something and it damaged the handle. But it's my beater knife, man. It's not an expensive O knife. Do I have a rib? Yeah. I don't have a cordless one, but I've got just a little compression one. I have too many junk knives. I like this one here. Hang on. I've got two knives in here. might be. Hang on. Where's that knife at? Oh, that is upsetting. I don't know where that knife is. I've got a SOG. It should be in this drawer. Maybe it's in this drawer. This is where it was for so long, and then I pulled it out, and now it is not here. I have a SOG, and it is it's the world's thinnest self-assisted knife. It's super thin, but I don't know where it is because it is usually right here. But clearly, we just got too many things. I don't know where it is. I'm trying to think where it would be. It might be in the car. It's probably where it's at. Do you guys like the newer DeWalt here? I like that you got to lift this blade all the way up. That release right there, you got to lift it up to get the blade out. The Fiskars that everybody likes, I don't know why they like it. The Fiskars has a feature where while you're using it, it's really easy to push the blade depress button. And it's like a down. So as you're using it, you're pushing the blade and you're just dropping the blade. It's completely stupid. But this one has blade storage, which makes it cool. And then it's got the magnet. Pretty thick. It's a very thick knife. The clip on the Fiskars lasts about a week, exactly. Yes, it is a Slim Jim. But I can't find my Slim Jim. That is actually going to bug me. I think it's in the car. I bet you it's in the car. My buddy bought me this one last time we were at Lowe's. He has a knife thing. He's the one that got me into knives years ago. And he's got a collection of knives. And when I say collection, he doesn't collect anything specific. He collects everything. So he has like everything. Crap, good, unique. The Slim Jim's easy to lose. The Slim Jim's really easy to lose. This blade is a D2. That's one of the steel. I like a D2 blade. This blade's probably pretty damn sharp. I would say it's pretty sharp for how short it is. It's pretty sharp. It's a pretty sharp blade. It's just a heavy knife with a nice ball bearing. But these have ceramic ball bearings on them too. And I was playing with my buddy's Kaiser. My buddy has Kaisers. And I was playing with his Kaisers. And this is nicer than what Kaiser he had. His Kaiser wasn't self-assisted, and the scales weren't as good as this. Like, everything about this knife for the price is really good. Very decent knife. I almost killed my fingers. How do you sharpen your knives? I use I don't use the stone. So I'll just use the quick. It's in the car, I think. I just use the V notch. Where you just pull it straight through. The AccuSharp. What is it? White and blue. Blue is the guard. White is the actual AccuSharp. You just pull it through 3 or 4 times. The AccuSharp is fine. It can eat knives pretty quickly, but the AccuSharp is a very decent sharpener for like $15. You can spend some bad money on some of those quick sharpens. The AccuSharp actually works really good. Just bought a Stanley Fat Max with blade storage and push button blade change for breaking down cardboard at home. Nothing super special. Nice. The Demco AD 20.5 in 3V is a killer work knife. I'll have to check that out. Where'd you go find my Slim Jim? I don't think it's in the car, man. I'm gonna look for it. Dude, I was looking at the civvies. I was looking at the civvies. Are they nice? I've been eyeballing the civvies. I'm not gonna lie. The civvies look good. Or it's Civivi. Sorry, Civivi. Distracted here. I don't like a short knife. So can't find it. The CVV utility. I was looking at that one too, but I think it's got a set screw for the blade. I don't think it really. I just finished the video with the magnetizer, Rodney. This thing right here. This is a good magnetizer. It's a Klein one. Want to see how good it is? This might be magnetic. Is this magnetic? Is there a level over here? Is there a magnet on this? Why is there no magnet on that piece of crap? There's a magnet there. Oh yeah, okay. We're gonna magnetize the back of this. So here's the screw. Screw is not magnetic, right? F off screw. Okay, screw is still not magnetic. Not really. Of course it is because it touched the magnet. We're going to make it even more magnetic. You ready? It's hard to do this one-handed. That's all we got to do. Now this thing's magnetized. Ha-ha. So if we really want to magnetize it, let's see here. Let's go for this side. Let's magnetize this side. There we go. Yeah. We can demagnetize it like this. You son of a biscuit. Okay. There we go. No longer magnet. Now we can magnetize it. Demagnetize it. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good demagnetizer and magnetizer. I'm gonna let you know. I'm probably gonna get a CVV here pretty soon, but I don't know, man. I really like. What is my hair doing? I really like the lifetime warranty on the Olights and stuff. I've been buying Olight since 2014. Like, I can show you my Amazon. I got purchases from 2014 for Olight. And I had one that we left on the table, and I broke it because we left it on. And it was 4,200 lumens. And it actually started catching the table on fire because the sensor didn't sense that the proximity sensor that's supposed to keep it off, it didn't work for whatever reason. And it actually like made the table so hot that when I touched the table, it burned me. And then I realized that my flashlight had been on. So I looked at the flashlight and it was all burnt to crap, all browned and everything. And I went on the app, I put in the Olight numbers, and they sent me a new one. Like, without question. This wasn't even with YouTube. Like, they didn't buy me that light. I bought that light myself for work whenever I first got to this house, because Olight wasn't sending me lights at that point. So I bought that light myself. It was a Seeker 4. And when I burnt it up, I signed in with my personal email. And then I told them what happened. And then I got an email saying that they're sending me a new one, and to send them the old one within a week or two or whatever it was. It was like as little inconvenience as possible. Like, they're sending you a light because they know you're going to be needing it. So they don't even wait for the old one to come back. They just, oh, okay, your light broke. We're going to send you a brand new one. And they didn't even ask for the accessories or anything. They just sent me a whole nother new package as if it was like a brand new light. It wasn't just a flashlight. And it came with the USBs. It came with the holster. It came with everything like a new light would. It was a brand new light. The Lennox. I think you're right. I'm going to screenshot that. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to look up that Lennox when I get a chance. So the warranty on that stuff is crazy good, man. It really is. I hate to sound like a fanboy, but damn, I've been buying them for so long. I got no problem talking about Olight on this channel. Now there's one light that is also very good, and they're also sending me lights sometimes. Sometimes they ghost me, but it's Nightcore. And I stumbled on Nightcore probably about 3 years ago. And Nightcore makes some pretty crazy stuff because Nightcore has the readouts. So when I go here and I cycle through my lumens, it tells me how many minutes I have on each lumen cycle. So I got 15 lumens with a pretty much dead-ass battery for 3 hours and 52 minutes. And this battery is, when I say dead, this flashlight was completely dead. I plugged it in for 2 minutes to make a video earlier. So these guys have some really cool tech. And then they've got this switch on the side here. And when I throw this switch up, it locks out the whole flashlight. See, it's in full lock. Nothing turns on. And then you flip that down. And now, so as you slide it in your pocket, this light automatically flips up. And that's one of the reasons why I was actually going to make another video and tell you guys about that light versus the Olight, because where's my other Olight? Hang on. Ooh, we got so many things on the table. Oh, look. Angela gave me this light. Or this knife. It says, "You will forever be my always. Love you more." That's a cool knife. Yeah, Olight has really good customer service. Can't find that other knife. Olight. We kind of buried it. I sure did bury it. Yeah, I pushed everything off out of the way whenever I was putting that refrigerator up here. It's probably on the floor. But the, I'm just going to go show you. I'm going to go get it so you guys can see it. Oh, it's right here. So this is one. This one here. A knife storage container, yeah. My door was locked. A light storage container. I'll give some away. Oh, here it is right here. It's right here. What are the goodies we got in there? Oh, Klein came over the other day and they saw that this Klein slide drive was on the Weehaw. And he just laughed. Okay, this light's crazy. You ready for this light? This light's crazy. This light's like insane, guys. This is 6,500 lumens. I don't even hit it on turbo. I didn't want to wake up the neighbors. If we hit it on turbo, it gets really crazy. See? We can go like, see those trees way the F over there? Oh, this thing's crazy, guys. This light's like spotlight, like nightclub shit. That thing's insane. But as long as these guys are making lights, it's hard to talk about Olight as much as I do. Except for the fact that Olight's got a badass warranty, but this thing is stupid. Like look at this, 6,500 lumens, and look, it's going to time out because it's going to get so damn hot. And then it's going to go to regular lumen mode. And then that eventually will time out. But this thing here, 100 lumens, 47 minutes, 400 lumens, 11 minutes, 1200 lumens, 6 minutes, 15 lumens, 10 hours. So this probably needs to be charged too, but it's also got a lockout like that, and then it's fully locked out. Oh yeah, dude, you can blind an attacker with this easy. This even got the voltage readout. I can't remember how to do the strobe on this. Maybe it doesn't need one. The scar on my thumb is from sharpening a knife the wrong way. So we have something called affiliates. Not affiliates. I was reading that. I want to say affiliates. Complacency. I was reading Amazon affiliate thing. We have something called complacency. And this is how it started, okay? This is how I started sharpening the knife. Is this thing heavy enough? That thing is not heavy enough. Hang on. Yeah, despite my best efforts to not get too comfy. So, stay. Thank you. All right, so back when I first became a journeyman, we were skinning a whole bunch of wire, and I was terminating a 4,000 amp roll-up tap can and switchgear. So I bought, because I thought I was cool, a fixed blade hawkbill. I think it was a hawkbill. It was a damn hawkbill. And I only did 3 stitches because I figured that I was going to have surgery. So the thing with those Klein blades is that they are very, very stainless steel. They're not easy to sharpen. And I was sharpening with the Klein sharpener. And I started off very responsibly, where I was pulling away from myself like this. And I was making sure that I was pulling away from myself. And I was making sure that the blade wasn't coming towards me. And I was doing all the right things. But as time went on, that stainless steel blade did not want to get sharp. So I started trying different methods. And apparently the last thing that I really remember was I was on top of a 4-foot ladder, and I was holding the knife sharpener with the V like this, that if you will, and I was pulling towards myself. And I don't really remember that part. What I remember is the knife hitting right here. It felt like a dull karate chop. And then the knife hit the back of the ladder and kind of dug into the plastic like a back of a ladder would, you know? And as soon as the knife, I felt the dull karate chop, and I saw the knife, the front of the blade, hit the back of the ladder, I realized what I had done. And I was like, huh. If I felt something drag across my thumb, and I saw the knife blade hit the back of the ladder, you could kind of deduct that I probably dragged the knife across my thumb. So, but it felt like a dull karate chop. It was numb, you know, cut the nerves. And I was looking at my hand, and nothing was cut, and I wasn't bleeding. And but it felt weird, man, because it was like something was off in my hand. I didn't know what it was. And I went to go ask Angela what she thought about it. And I twisted that doorknob to go back into the house from the garage. And dude, this thing just popped open. And I'm sitting there looking at all my tendons. And I was like, oh, huh. I did cut myself. So about that time, blood just starts pouring out everywhere. So I start trying to wrap it in duct tape, and I start putting cloth on it, and it's not like working. So I went over to the neighbor, and I said, hey man, because he was ex-military. He was a paratrooper. And I said, hey man, can we super glue this together, or is this like a hospital visit? And he was like, dude, that white thing right there and that white thing right there, those are your tendons. And if they don't get attached back together, you'll never move your thumb. And I was like, no, man, it's not that bad. So I put a whole bunch of, whatever on it. And by the time I got to the hospital, I was already done bleeding. And we go to the hospital and everyone's surrounding. They got me laying down and they're reading it out with a sponge. And of course, they don't, deaden it until everything's all clean. Because they don't want to inject, infection in it. So they clean it all out. And then they're telling me to do a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So they tell me to do a thumbs down. I do a thumbs down. And everyone's like cheering. I got like 10 nurses around me and the doctor. And everyone's like cheering. Oh, yeah, you did a thumbs down. Awesome, And they're like, can you give me a thumbs up? And I was like, yeah. And the room's silent. And I'm like, am I doing it? And the room is silent. And they're like, ah. I was like, I can't move my thumb. So they're like, no, you can't move your thumb. You cut your tendon. We can see it. The tendon was pretty much, as I gave a thumbs up, this was pushing almost out of the wound because of the way it was. Makes sense. You bleed out all of your common sense. Yeah. So they said that it was going to take stitches or was going to need surgery. So they just put 3 loose stitches in it. That's all they did. 1, 2, 3, real loose. And I went to the hand surgeon the next day. Yeah, I'm right-handed, of course. I went to the hand surgeon and he wanted 10 grand. And I wasn't fixing to give him 10 grand, dude. So I said, what other options do we got, man? And he said, this is going to be a miracle if it works, but we'll put your hand in a splint. And he made me a cast like this. And he said, you're going to have to keep this like this. And this cast went straight up like this. And my thumb was stuck like that for about 3 months. And I couldn't move my thumb at all. And I just kept working in the cast. And every once in a while I would pop the stitches and it would bleed a little bit, but I just kept it straight up like this. And I was bending conduit. I was making up wire connections. I had my helpers put on the wire nuts. I was still making up joints because the clines fit in my cast. And I was even terminating because I was putting the loppers up against my chest, against my abs. And I was cutting 600 kc mil copper with the wire loppers pulling towards me. And I was terminating all that stuff while I was working. And I had offers to go to the office. They said, man, we'll make you a project manager. You can get out of the office. And I said, man, I don't want to be a project manager. I want to keep working. And I think it pissed off some project managers because I think they wanted me in the office. But I didn't care. I kept working. And the thing reattached itself. It actually reattached itself. But I can't do a full thumbs up, so that's all I can do. I can't do that. I can do that. That's all you get. Right there. See, that's the difference there. And then that's all I get. But before, like if I was sitting in the car and I wanted to grab like the Taco Bell cup to even grab it, I used to have to push this like against something to open up my arm or to open up my hand enough so it would stay open so that I could grab things shut. Yeah, that was my right hand. $10K for that's insane. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, actually it is when you think about it because he could have just put an 8-knot stitch in it and tightened it up. But I think he was probably expecting to be a lot worse. I don't know. But yeah, I wasn't fixing to spend 10K on that. I was like, I asked him, I said, how long do I have before like it turns into scar tissue and it's irreversible? And he said, you probably have up to a year to decide if you're going to do the surgery. So nobody ever stitched it up. They just left it all shitty. And I didn't care, dude. I've duct taped worse. I've duct taped worse, but the difference was that I didn't cut any tendons. So whatever. I've cut the whole, like, my thumbnail kind of grows funny because I've cut like that much of my freaking finger off with the mandolin before. And you just put black electrical tape on it and you'll be fine. Black electrical tape is like the best band-aid ever. No pain, dude. Pain and I don't even know how to explain that to you. Pain doesn't really bother me. So what does bother me would be like I didn't know pain until I had gallbladder issues. But it was debilitating because it was like a gnawing, just constant, just stupid thing. I can deal with pain for a little bit. Cut my thumb open with a broadhead when I worked for my dad at his archery pro shop. Not as deep though. Yeah, those things get sharp. That's one thing, man, I never got into was archery. Yeah, some of those arrows are sharp. That's pretty cool though. I had an archery pro shop. All that's like a dying thing now, man. They're trying to make hunting like something criminal now. Headaches and migraines. Yeah, the other day I went to the doctor's office finally. So if I get in contact with something that I'm sensitive to, I pretty much get an instant migraine. So my sinuses fill up with very thick fluid very quickly, like within 30 minutes. And if I'm not able to blow my nose and clear everything out, within about an hour, I will have a sinus infection. And if I don't get rid of that within about an hour, I'm going to have a migraine for 3 days. And my last time that I had a migraine wasn't the time that I was playing on video games for all that time. I've had a migraine since then. And it's for about 2 days long. And I went to the doctor because I could barely even open my eyes. And I'm sitting there with my sunglasses on, and my pulse is like 153. And she's like, "Why is your pulse so high?" And I'm like, "Because I'm freaking dying right now." Yeah, that's the problem, dude. It's hard to play guitar with this thumb, man. It's very hard. But I'm trying to think. I do everything with my left hand anyway for the strings. Strum with my right. I think. Kidney stone pain was worse. Sounds pretty bad. Spring must suck for me. Oh, maybe. I don't even know, man. I'm on 3 different allergy medications now to combat that. But yeah, so to sum it up, right? this light here, right? 6,500 lumens, crazy. Great light. But now we got this one, dude, but just enough brightness. And then you got the long throw now because it's got the spotlight. And then it's got the laser so I can show contractors, like, you know, what I'm trying to tell them to do. And then I got the UV because I go to a lot of public places. This is the winner so far, even though this light is nice. But I was fixing to make a video about these two lights and how this one's a lot nicer to carry every day because this doesn't have the spotlight. This only has the flood. It's a nice light. They're a very nice light. Laser and all that. It's a great light. But this one now has the spotlight. Strike a nerve. I had one left pain in my groin. Felt like I was getting kicked in the jewels. Dang. That sounds pretty bad. I keep forgetting to grab my light and my knife. Age of 30. Dang. That's rough. That's rough. All right. Well, I'm going to get out of here. We've got the solar team coming to install my solar on Thursday and Friday. So I've got Thursday and Friday off. And I've got to do my own panel and my own disconnect. I got to pull a permit for my own stuff. I got to run some SER. We're going to refeed a panel. We'll do a whole thing. So I'll probably be filming that when I do it. Step by step, maybe. That'd be good. It's going to be a lot of work doing that, but I'll probably do it step by step. But yeah, that's all happening this week. So this week's fixing to be busy. Appreciate it, guys. We'll see you guys in the next one.